Today I'm talking about probiotics. Probiotics are fermented foods that are living in bacteria. And did you know that we are more bacteria than cells? Much more. I'm not going to get into the figures, but it's a fact. And most of those bacteria are located in the gut and the gut intestines. And according to Dr. Mercola, they're responsible for about 80% of our immune function. Imagine, 80% of our immune function is related to digestion and gut health, gut flora, as they say. And it's also known that 80% of our serotonin is produced in the gut, not in the brain, as is the myth that all the serotonin happens in the brain. And that's why we talk about the gut being our second brain. And we know about gut feeling and intuition, and it's the sensations and all that goes on there. And it's so important to have good digestion, good physical, also emotional, psychological digestion. We are the foods we eat, and if we don't digest them, we'll be sluggish, constipated, and eventually have illnesses and diseases. So good gut flora, good gut digestion is essential for all aspects of good health and good mood, vitality, and good immune response. Unfortunately, our diet is very high in sugar. I'm a bit of a sugar addict myself and still struggling with sugar, and trying to cut down and increase my intake of probiotics. Sugar fuels bad bacteria like fungi and yeast. Candida, for example, will be fueled by sugar. So what we need to do is really eliminate sugar, processed sugars at least to start with, and then increase our intake of natural sugars in form of figs and dates, etc. There are other things that also damage the bacteria, good bacteria. For example, antibacterial soaps can get into the body through the skin and damage the bacteria in the colon. So we need to try and use natural soaps. And all these cleaning products that surround us every day, we can absorb these toxins into our system. So we need to try and use natural or organic, eco-friendly cleaning products. Water is another thing. Water is chlorinated, and the purpose of chlorine is to kill the bacteria. And so we have kind of cleaner, healthier water. But in the other way it affects us is that that can kill good bacteria. So we need to drink pure water. And tap water isn't always the best source of that. Of course, then we can increase our intake of fermented foods. I'm not talking here about yogurts. So like commercial yogurts really are not really ideal forms of probiotics, even though that's the way they're marketed. But they're mostly made with pasteurized milk, which again kills any bacteria. Some of them are high in sugars, again not good for the gut balance. So we need to make your own probiotics. For example, you can make sauerkraut. I'm going to do a video on that. Something I hadn't made before, but it's a very good source of probiotics. Olives, I believe, pickled foods also. Raw milk. I grew up on a farm. Grew up on raw milk. I used to have to go over to the milk tank and take a jug back to the house, and it was unpasteurized. Pure raw milk, and I have to say, pretty healthy. Again, you can buy probiotics in your health shop. According to Dr. Mercola, again, you know, if you're buying a healthy brand or a good quality brand of probiotics, they need to have, you know, well-researched bacteria. Each capsule needs to have in excess of 15 billion live bacteria. They need to be acid and bile resistant, well-researched strains of bacteria, as I said, and you can use those. But it's probably better to try and get a better balanced diet, reduce those processed sugars, and increased intake of raw milk, raw foods. Increase your intake of organics, organic vegetables. Obviously, pesticides again are going to get into the system and kill the good bacteria. So everything that's raw, organic, natural is going to be a good source of bacteria. And to realize that we've got to nurture our bacteria. Our bacteria is going to keep us safe the whole concept of the immune system is that we live in an environment, we're not separate from it, so we're part of our environment, and that's the kind of concept. It's not about cleaning, it's sterilizing your environment. We actually need to live in a real living environment. So try to use as much natural products in your home, natural food sources, eliminate pesticides and additives. Again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. If you comment, I'll respond. Look forward to hearing your comments, and let me know what you think. What kind of probiotics do you use, and any advice on making sauerkraut, because I'm going to make a video on it. Okay, so thank you. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.